accidentally ran a tiny LinkedIn experiment today, and I think I just unlocked my best networking move so far. 3 people accepted my request, 2 in Wiesbaden, 1 in Landstuhl, and I did one simple thing differently after they connected, and I actually got a reply immediately. So now I'm wondering if a lot of us have been networking backwards on LinkedIn. In a second, I'm going to tell you the exact message I sent, why it worked, and how to keep a growth mindset when the job hunt has you stuck in still reviewing status, like it pays the rent there. Hey family, welcome back to Waves of Change. I'm Vanessa, and this is day 22 of 100, posting every day while I take you with me on my overseas job hunt and the mindset it takes to keep going when the process is slow. It's Truth Thursday, so today is not about hype. It's about what's real, what's working, and what I'm learning in real time. And here's what you're getting today. A quick job hunt update, the LinkedIn experiment that seemed to be improving my response rate, a growth mindset lesson for handling silence and rejection, and a truth to take into tomorrow, especially if you're waiting on movement. Hey, comment growth if you're committed to learning instead of worrying. Field report time, and no new applications were submitted today. Nothing new dropped that matched what I'm looking for, so that's the update. As far as the applications that are out there, 6 are still in reviewing status and 3 are still referred, and no movement is happening on those either. Today my move was networking, and it gave me something useful. 3 connection requests I had sent earlier were accepted, 2 in Wiesbaden and 1 in Landstuhl. I didn't send messages with these requests, just a clean connect request. After they accepted, I sent a short intro message. I said, "Hi, thanks for connecting. I look forward to learning from what you share." Simple, warm, not pushy. And I got a response back immediately from one of the 3, just a thank you and a hello, but still a response. The lesson for today: when I connect first and then message, I'm getting a better response rate. Let's talk about this for a second, because it's an important clue in our job hunt. For a while, the temptation was to over-explain myself in the connection request. "Hi, I applied to this job. Can I ask you a question?" And to some, it may have felt like a mini cover letter. But what I'm learning is sometimes people don't respond because it's too much, too fast. Today showed me that the softer approach works better, at least for right now. So my step 1 is connect clean, no pressure, no big ask, just get in the same room. And step 2, after they accept, send a short message. Not a request, not an interrogation, just a message. And even though only 1 person replied, here's why I count that as a win. Because 1 reply is proof that the door isn't locked. It's just selected. Also, you never know what someone's day looked like. People may not respond immediately. They may quietly keep an eye out on your journey. So my strategy moving forward is this: connect first, a warm response to build familiarity, and then later, when it's appropriate, ask a small question. Because I'm not trying to squeeze answers out of a stranger. I'm trying to build a relationship with patience. Yeah, the inbox still gets quiet, but today was a reminder. It's not always a no. Sometimes it's just a not yet. Now let's get into the mindset, because this is the part that determines whether you last in this process. Today's mindset is have a growth mindset. And specifically, how to stay grounded when you get silence, rejection, or long stretches of reviewing. Because silence can really mess with your confidence. Here's the growth mindset shift I'm practicing. Silence is data, not diagnosis. Silence doesn't automatically mean they don't like me, or I'm not qualified, or I'll never get picked. Silence usually means the system is slow, someone is busy, priorities are shifting, the hiring process is layered, or people are human. So instead of diagnosing myself, I gather data. What can I adjust? What's working and what's not? And then rejection is feedback. Even when it's annoying, if you take every no personally, you'll start shrinking. A growth mindset says, okay, what's the lesson and what's the next move? Not, I'm done, I'm embarrassed, I'm behind. And the third one, referred is progress, but it's not the finish line. A growth mindset keeps you balanced. It's good to celebrate progress without acting like you've arrived. And number 4, celebrate the reps. Today's reps were networking reps. 3 connections accepted, 1 reply, a strategy shift that might improve my outcomes. That's growth. And I want you to listen to me if you're in your own waiting season. You don't need everything to change today. You just need to learn a little bit every day. All right, let me anchor this with scripture because this verse fits perfectly for a day like today. 1 Timothy 4:15 says, be diligent in these matters. Give yourself wholly to them so that everyone may see your progress. I think this verse is so cool because it doesn't say wait until you're confident. It doesn't say only do it when the results are guaranteed. It doesn't say only do it if people respond quickly. It says be diligent. Give yourself wholly so people can see your progress. And today, Truth Thursday, this is exactly what we're practicing because today wasn't flashy. No new applications, 6 still reviewing, 3 referred, but no movement. Inbox not jumping. But what did happen is something the verse is talking about. Visible progress. Not loud progress, not viral progress, not instant progress, visible progress. And I want to break this verse down in a way that makes it practical for us because I'm not here to give you scripture and then leave you floating. Let's apply this to real life. The first part, be diligent in these matters. Diligent means consistent, intentional, steady, not perfect, not nonstop, not frantic. Diligence is what you do when nobody's clapping. Diligence is what you do when nothing is moving. Diligence is what you do when you're tempted to quit. So today, what did diligence look like for me? It looked like sending my connection request, noticing the patterns. That right there is diligence in action. Because a fixed mindset says people don't respond, this doesn't work, I'm done. But diligence says, okay, what can I adjust? What can I learn? What can I test? And if you're watching this in your own season of silence, whether it's job hunting, building a business, raising kids, healing, starting over, hear this. Your diligence counts, even when your outcomes are delayed. Part 2, give yourself wholly to them. Now this part can sound intense, right? Give yourself wholly can sound like work yourself to death, grind, no rest, no boundaries. That's not what we're doing though. To me, give yourself wholly means show up with integrity, show up with focus, show up like you believe what you're doing matters. Not half-hearted, not quitting every time you feel discouraged, not stopping because you didn't get immediate feedback. Wholehearted is the word. This is where a growth mindset comes in. A growth mindset says, I'm willing to be a beginner. I'm willing to improve. I'm willing to learn in public. I'm willing to take feedback without falling apart. So when I'm messaging people and trying different approaches, I'm not doing it desperate. I'm doing it wholeheartedly because I'm building relationships, not just trying to extract information. And if you're watching and you're saying like, Vanessa, I don't even know what to say when I connect. Say what I said or something like it. Hi, thanks for connecting. I look forward to learning from what you share. Warm, not weird, not heavy, no demands. Now part 3, so that everyone may see your progress. This is the part I love because it tells me something. Progress is supposed to be seen, not necessarily overnight, but over time. And when we think of seeing, we usually think of people need to see my success. But this verse says progress, not perfection, not the final result, progress. So let me tell you what progress can look like on a slow day. Progress looks like I stopped spiraling and I tightened my routine. I improved my messaging. I started tracking patterns. I sent follow-ups instead of quitting. I stayed calm in the waiting. I learned how to be rejected without being destroyed. That's progress. And I want to say something gently. Some of y'all discount your progress because it's not dramatic enough. But 1 Timothy 4:15 is literally telling you, keep going so people can see your progress. Meaning your progress is real even if it's gradual. So in this Truth Thursday moment, a lot of us want proof in advance. We want to know it's going to work before we commit to being diligent. But the verse is basically saying, commit first. Progress becomes visible. That's faith. That's growth. That's maturity. Now let's connect it directly to today. Today I didn't get a new job posting, but I did get something else. Confirmation about my networking strategy. Because 3 accepted. And when I followed up, 1 replied. That tells me the approach works. The door isn't locked. It's going to take consistency. And that's exactly how overseas jobs work too. Everything takes longer. Everything moves slower. And if you don't have a growth mindset, you will interpret slowness as failure. But diligence interprets slowness as, okay, stay steady. So let me ask you something and be honest. When you don't get a response, do you assume A, they're busy, or B, I'm not good enough? When your application is still reviewing, do you assume A, the process is slow, or B, it's already a no? A growth mindset trains your brain to choose the interpretation that keeps you moving. And let me say this for the person who feels behind. Diligence is the cure for shame. Shame says you should be further by now, but diligence says, okay, what can I do today? So if the inbox is quiet, don't quit. If the status hasn't moved, don't spiral. If the door hasn't opened, don't stop knocking, because growth is visible over time. Now I want to talk to you like a sister for a second. One of the biggest dangers in a slow process is not the waiting. It's what the waiting can turn into. Because if you're not careful, the silence can make you bitter. And bitterness makes you sloppy. It makes you impatient. It makes you start talking yourself out of the very thing you prayed for. A growth mindset says, I'm going to be pliable enough to learn and strong enough to keep going. So here are a few truths that I'm living by right now. Truth number 1, you could be disappointed without being derailed. No movement today doesn't steer my whole ship. Truth number 2, you don't need everybody to respond. You need the right people. 1 response today matters because today is proof that there are real humans on the other side of this. Truth number 3, your strategy should evolve. Today, my strategy evolved, y'all. Connect first, then message. That's growth. Truth number 4, stay teachable. A growth mindset is humble. It's not I know everything. It's I'm learning as I go, and I'm willing to adjust. And that's what I want for you too. If you're applying, interviewing, building, pivoting, stop letting silence make you feel small. Silence is just space, and you get to decide what you grow in that space. All right, friend. Thank you for being here for day 22 of 100. If you're in a season when you're learning from silence, building resilience, and refusing to get discouraged, comment growth. And if you're new here, do me a huge favor. Subscribe and go watch the playlist from the beginning so that you can see how this whole story unfolds day by day. Hey, I'm Vanessa, and this is Ways of Change. I'll see you tomorrow for day 23. Bye now.